You're understanding? Okay, so we are done with those values of k, and now we want to talk about alpha and beta roots. Okay, alpha and beta roots. Okay, so alpha is just this symbol here, guys. Okay, this is what we call alpha. It's a Greek letter, okay, for A, alpha. And then beta, this is how you write it, okay? It's also a Greek letter for B, okay? So you write B-E-T-A, okay? But you don't pronounce it as beta, you say beta, okay? So alpha and beta roots, okay? So what do you have to know about alpha and beta roots, okay? So you have to know two things, okay? You have to know, one, their sum, okay? Meaning when you add an alpha and a beta. And then the second thing, you have to know their products, meaning when you multiply an alpha and beta. Okay, so here you can see that when you're adding alpha and beta, it's just equals to minus b over a. Okay, so this formula has to be in your head. Alpha plus beta is equals to minus b over a. Okay, so here this is the sum, meaning we are adding. And then when you come this side, it's a product, meaning you are multiplying alpha and beta. Okay, alpha times beta is just equals to c over a. Okay, so someone can be asking, where do you get the a, where do you get the c and the b? You get them from the quadratic equation. Okay, you get them from the quadratic equation like we've been doing. Okay, so master this and then master that. Okay, so what kind of questions come in relation to the alpha and beta roots? Okay, so one, there are questions where they're asking to evaluate a value of a certain given root, okay? And then two, you are asked to find a new equation, okay? They give you the roots, then they want you to find the equation. It's the opposite, eh? We are used with being given the equation, then we find the roots, okay? Or the answers. The roots, I mean answers, okay? But in this case, we are given the answers, then they want us to find the equation, okay? Where those answers came from. That's how we use these alpha and beta, okay? So this alpha and beta, they are what we call as identities, okay? And those identities, make sure you know the identities, okay? So there are a lot of identities, but I'll highlight the main ones that you need to know, okay? So alpha and beta roots, okay? So this is what I was explaining here. I said the sum is just minus b over a, then the product is c over a, okay? And then identities, these are the identities here, okay? You have to know some from this, okay? But let me just prove this one here. Okay, so when you are given a question, okay, they will give you this alpha and beta roots in a way that is not a sum or a product, okay? So whatever form of this alpha and beta roots that they have given you, you have to change it to a way that would give you alpha plus beta and then alpha times beta, always, okay? So you can see here that here they gave alpha squared plus beta squared, okay? Alpha plus beta is not the same as alpha plus beta squared, okay? So you always have to reduce it to alpha plus beta, then you can even square it outside there, okay? So if you are given alpha squared plus beta, how do you get the sum and the product, okay? So if, for example, they say, evaluate the roots alpha, okay, why am I writing a here? Okay, evaluate the value of alpha squared plus beta squared. Okay, so there is no equation that exists for this. It means you have to change this into those sum and product that we saw. Okay. So we want to represent this equation here in form of alpha plus beta, because we know how to find this. Okay, it's just the minus b over a. Okay, and then again we have to express it in alpha times beta because we know that this is just c over a. Okay, but for alpha squared plus beta squared, we don't have. Okay, so how do you find the identity for this? Okay, so alpha squared plus beta squared, okay, you find it in this way. You say, what if I have a, I mean alpha plus beta there, then I have a squared outside there. Okay, if I expand this, what do I get? Okay, it means I'm multiplying this by itself. So alpha multiplied by alpha, okay. Okay, let me just write it in an expanded form so that you don't get lost. Okay, so this squared, it means I'm just multiplying two of them like that. Okay, so alpha multiplied by alpha, you're just going to get what? Alpha squared. Alpha multiplied by beta, I'm going to get alpha beta. Okay, then I come to the beta. Beta multiplied by alpha, I'm going to get what? Alpha beta. And then beta multiplied by beta, I'm going to get what? I'm going to get beta squared. Okay, so you can see that whatever I have this side, alpha plus beta squared, okay, will be equals to this, okay? Then I want to express this guy there, okay? Let me change the color. I want to express that guy there in terms of sum and product, okay? So in this equation that I have, okay, I can see the alpha squared there. I can see the beta squared there, okay? So what do? I just take whatever is not alpha squared or beta squared to the other side, okay? So meaning that I have alpha plus beta, then squared, okay? Then this guy, I'm going to take it to the other side, and then that guy again, I'm going to take it to the other side. So this side we have minus alpha beta, minus again alpha beta, okay? Then on the other side, what are we remain with? We remain with alpha squared plus beta squared, okay? So you can see that the identity of this is just this guy. And then this guy, what do we have? We have alpha plus beta there, okay? Squared minus 2 alpha beta should always be equals to alpha beta squared plus beta squared there. Okay, so you can see that this guy here is equals to this. And this guy here, you can see that we have the sum of the roots there and the product of the roots. Okay, so meaning we can replace whatever value we find there. We can also replace whatever value we find there. Okay, so I hope you've gotten how we are proving this identity. Okay, so this is the first identity that they wrote there. I'll prove to you how to find it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we also have these other identities. Okay, but this one here is the most important one. We have that one there. Okay. This one is simple. We're just adding here. No need to stress for this one. Okay. Then this one, you can do it the same way I did it. There, we just had a plus here. Okay. And then for level, I don't think this can come. But anyway, you never know. Okay, so you can just memorize this if you don't know how to prove it. Just memorize it. But whenever I see alpha cubed minus b cubed, it just means they mean this. Okay. Okay, so let me solve a question there. Okay, so finding value of two roots. Okay, so how does this question come? Okay, so these here are examples. These here are examples. Okay, so they are saying what? Find the roots of the equation. Okay, they give me a quadratic equation there. Okay, and then if the roots are alpha and beta. Okay, find the roots of the equation this. Okay, okay, they're saying what? They're saying the roots of the equation this are alpha and beta. Find the value of the roots 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta there. Okay, so let's find that using this equation here. Okay, so what do we have there? We have 2x squared minus 4x, okay, and then plus 5 is equals to 0. And then they're saying the roots of this quadratic equation are alpha, okay, and beta. Find the value of, okay, 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta there. Okay, so how do you find this? Okay, we said whatever form you are given of the roots, you have to take them to the sum, which is alpha plus beta, okay, or the product, which is alpha multiplied by beta, okay? The sum, we said it's equals to minus b over a, and then the product is just equals to c over a, okay? Where do we get the a, the b, and the c? We get them from this equation, okay? So let's simplify first this, okay? So alpha over, 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. You just get the common denominator there will be alpha, beta, okay? You can see that we have the product there, Nice. Okay, then here let's divide this alpha into the alpha and beta. It means the alpha will cancel, and then you remain with the beta. So beta multiplied by 1, you're just going to get beta there, plus beta into the alpha, and beta, the beta will cancel, just remain with the alpha, okay? Meaning we have that, okay? And then whatever is on top, we know that addition is commutative, okay? It means we can also write it like that over B there, okay? So what is remaining here is just to find the value of this, and then again we find the value of that. Then we input it in this equation to find the values, okay? So then we get a different color here, okay? So from this equation, let's get our A. Our A there will just be 2. Our B, what will be our B? -4. And then our C will be what, guys? To be 5, okay? So using these now, we can input them into those two formulas to find the value of the sum of alpha and beta and the product of alpha and beta. Okay, so alpha plus beta would be equals to minus B over A. Okay, so is equals to, what is our B? Our B is -4. Okay, so meaning they are just going to put minus, then our B, which is -4 over, okay, over 2. 2 is our A. So we put 2 there. So what are we going to have? On top there, it will be minus multiplied by minus, so just be 4 over 2 is equals to 2 into 4, just be 2. Okay, we have 2 there as our sum. Then what is our product of these roots? So the product of these roots will just be C over A, which will be equals to, what is our C? Our C was 5. Okay, so we put 5 there over 2. Okay, we can simplify this further. So it means the alpha multiplied by beta is just 5 over 2. Okay, so now after getting our sum and our product, we can now put them into this formula. Okay, so what is our sum here? We said our sum is 2. So we put 2 divided by, what is our product there is 5 over 2. Okay, so we put 5 over 2 there, which is just the same as 2 multiplied by 2 over 5. Okay, meaning the answer there will just be 4 over 5. Okay, so the value of this 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta is just simply 4 over 5 there. Okay, any questions there?
Yeah, so you can repeat on the sum and the factor. I mean the product and the factor.
Okay, what do I repeat exactly? Which part do I repeat here?
There where there is 2 divided by 5 over 2, and the down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there we are saying we have this value here, okay, and then we said common denominator we have alpha beta, then on top there we have alpha plus beta. Okay, so there I was just replacing the number. Okay, from our values you can see that alpha plus beta we found it was 2. Okay, and then alpha multiplied by beta we found it was 5 over 2. Okay, then there we had this situation, okay, over alpha beta there. So it means on top there, I'm putting my 2, then divided by this product here, which is just 5 over 2. Okay, so I wrote it in a way that is easy, like this 2 divided by 2 over 5. Okay, then there to just be 2. We know that this multiplication symbol tends to, division tends to multiplication, and then we put the inverse of that. Okay, okay, so, okay, what have I done now? Okay, more. Okay, so there we are 5 over 2 like that. Okay, so you put the inverse of that, it means you have 2 over 5 there. Okay, then you multiply here. It means this 2 is over 1. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 2, just get 4 and then 5 down there. That's what we did there. Have you followed it?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's how we can solve this number 1 there, the A there. Okay, so let's solve. Okay, let's solve one more, or even 2 more. We can solve 2 more there. Okay, so let's solve. Let me try to solve this. Okay, and then we also solve C there. Okay, then you can pick anyone here. You can pick any question here that you feel is difficult that you should solve. Hey, which one should we solve here on these options there?
G,
G.
H,
Okay,
and F.
someone is saying G, someone is saying okay. Okay. So okay, I'm going to solve H. It looks more complex. Okay. If I solve H, it means
Even D, sir.
even what?
D.
Okay. Okay, so you just apply the same. In fact, D is very simple. You are going to laugh. But anyway, okay. So B, okay, let's solve B there. So B, what do we have? Okay, B, we have alpha plus 1. Okay, this is 1. And then the other side, we also have beta plus 1, I think. Okay, we have beta plus 1 like that. Okay, so how do you evaluate the value of these roots? Okay, so remember, we found that the sum there was just 2. Okay, so we are going to be using the same things throughout the equation, and then the product was 5/2. Okay, so remember this. So we're just trying to make this equation to be in this form. Okay, so here we're just going to expand. So alpha multiplied by beta, we're going to have alpha beta. Alpha multiplied by 1, we're just going to have alpha. Okay, then 1 multiplied by beta, you're just going to have beta. And then 1 multiplied by 1, you're just going to have 1. Okay, so what do we have here? We have alpha times beta, the product. Okay, then in the middle there, we can see that we have alpha plus beta, which is the addition. Okay, then plus 1. So how do we find the answer? So we put the product there. The product is just 5/2. Plus, what is the sum there? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is 2. So you put 2 there, then plus 1. Okay, then you add. So this you can put over 1 over 1. Okay, find the common denominator, just be 2. 2 into 2, 1. 1 times 5, 5. Plus 2 into 2 is just 2. Okay, then 2 multiplied by this 2 here, you will get 4 plus, okay, 2 into 2, 1, 2 times 2, 2. Okay, so it means you have 5 multiplied plus 4 plus 2, meaning you have an 11 on top, and then you have a 2 down. Okay, as simple as that. Anyone who's confused here, but this is very straightforward. I don't expect anyone to be confused. This is very, very straightforward. Okay. Okay, so we've solved that. Let's go to the next. So the next one is alpha squared plus beta squared. Okay, so we said alpha squared plus beta squared, we have to express it in terms of its identity. Okay, so I'm sure you haven't forgotten the identity that we found. Okay, so the identity was that alpha plus beta, square it, then minus 2 alpha beta. Okay, this is the identity. If you don't know how to get it, just memorize it, guys. There's no wrong on memorizing things. Okay, meaning what is our alpha plus beta? Okay, our alpha plus beta, alpha plus beta, we found that it was 2. Okay, and then alpha multiplied by beta, we found that it was 5/2. Okay, just a minute, guys. My dad is calling. Okay, I'm back. I'm sure you can get me now. Okay, so we said that this can be written in this form, the identity, okay? And alpha plus beta is just 2. Alpha multiplied by beta is just 5/2, okay? Meaning we're just going to replace here. So alpha plus beta inside the brackets there just be 2, and then squared minus 2, and then 5/2 there. Okay, so what value are we getting here? So that is 4 minus, okay? 2 multiplied by 5 divided by 2, just be 5, okay? So the answer there will just be -1. Okay, so this is the answer for squared b squared. Okay, let's go to other questions there. Okay, let's solve this one. Someone said D. Okay, so let's solve D. So D, what do we have? Okay, let me use red. We have we have alpha, okay, alpha squared beta. We have alpha squared beta plus, okay, alpha beta squared. Okay, so this one looks complex, but it is not, okay? So we're just trying to express it in the form alpha plus beta, which the value we found it was 2, and then alpha multiplied by beta, which value we found it was 5/2. So let's express this in this form. So what do? You just factorize, guys. Just factorize, okay? So what is common here and there? The alpha beta is common, okay? Alpha beta is common there. Then what will remain there, okay? Means there I'll just have alpha plus. What will remain there? Just the beta, okay? So you can see I'm just multiplying the product and the sum there. Okay, so you can put your 5/2 there, and then in the brackets you can put your 2, okay? So if you multiply that, 5 multiplied by 2, 10 divided by 2, you're just going to get 5. Okay, so the one who said D, you've seen that it's very simple, the D.
Yes.
Okay, so don't get confused. This is very simple. Okay, let's solve what did we say? We said what? G, F, I forgot. Okay, we can even finish them, right? Okay, let's solve G. Then we go to H. Okay, so there we have 1/2a. We have 1/2 alpha plus beta. Then on the other side, we have 1/alpha plus 2 beta. Okay, so let's solve that. Okay, so there we have 1/2 alpha plus beta plus, okay, 1/alpha plus 2 beta, like that. Okay, so how do you make this expression in the form alpha plus beta, which will just be 2, and then alpha multiplied by beta, which will just be 5/2? Okay, so how do you make this guy? The first thing is to find the common denominator. Okay, so the common denominator, just multiplying these two, you're going to get what? You're going to get 2 alpha plus beta. Okay, then on the other side, you have alpha plus 2 beta. Okay, let's divide here. We have alpha plus beta divided into there. Okay, it means the alpha plus beta, 2 alpha plus beta is going to cancel there. You're just going to remain with the outer plus 2 beta there. Okay, so this alpha plus 2 beta multiplied by 1, you're going to get alpha plus 2 beta there. Okay, plus even the other side, you're going to just cancel this, and then on top, you're going to have 2 alpha plus beta there. Okay. Oof, phone call. Okay, let's continue. So we had this on top there. Okay, so whatever is on top can be grouped. So 2 alpha plus alpha, you're going to get 3 alpha plus, okay, 2 beta plus beta, you're going to get 3 beta. Okay, over, then it means whatever is down there, we have to expand. Okay, we have to expand. So we'll say, what will we say? We'll say, 2k, 2 alpha multiplied by alpha. We are going to get 2 alpha squared. Okay. Then 2 alpha multiplied by 2 beta. We are going to get what? We are going to get 4 alpha beta. Okay. I hope you are following. Then beta multiplied by alpha. We are going to get what? We are going to get alpha beta. Okay. And then beta multiplied by 2 beta, we're going to get 2 beta squared. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, let's write it down here. You can see that on top there, we can factorize the 3. Okay, you can say 3, then in the brackets, what do we have? Okay, in the brackets, what do we have? That's it.
Alpha plus beta.
Okay, so here we can factorize the 3. It means 3. Then we have alpha beta in the brackets. Okay, then down there, what are we going to have? We are going to have okay, we have 2 alpha squared. Okay, we have 2 alpha squared, then plus, okay, I'm going to put 2 beta squared there. Okay, and then here we are going to add 4 alpha beta plus alpha beta. So we are going to have 5 alpha beta there. Okay, so here on the 2 alpha beta squared and the 2 beta squared there, we can see that there we can factorize the 2. Okay, so on top there we have 3 plus alpha beta like that. Okay, then down there we are going to have 2 and then alpha squared plus beta squared. Okay, then plus 5 alpha beta. Okay, so that's what we have there. Okay, so you can see that this one here, it goes back to this one here. Okay, the identity. This one here. Okay, because I can see alpha squared, beta squared there. It means wherever I see this alpha squared, beta squared, I'm going to substitute with this. Okay, so let's do that. Where is it? Okay, so it means this equation will be 3 on top, alpha plus beta, then over, okay, you have 2 there, okay, and then this alpha squared plus beta squared, we are going to put that identity, okay? So what does that identity say? It says alpha plus beta squared minus, okay, minus 2 alpha beta there, okay? Then we close. Then on the other side, we have 5 alpha beta like that. Okay, so here now we can see that we've expressed this expression in terms of the sum and the product. Okay, you can see there's a sum there, product. Okay, meaning now we can replace. Okay, so alpha plus beta, it was what? It was 2. So alpha plus beta, we put 2 there. Then over there, okay, we have 2. And then here in the brackets, what are we going to have? Okay, alpha plus beta, we still have 2 there, squared minus, then 2 times alpha beta. Okay, so 2, then alpha beta, we're going to put 5 over 2. I'm sure you remember these values. Okay, then plus 5, and then we have 5 over 2 again there. Okay, so this is our answer now. We have 6 on top. Then down there, what are we going to have? Okay, we have 2 there. Then let's find what's inside there. We have 2 squared, which is just 4, plus, okay, this is minus, okay, 2 multiplied by 5 divided by 2. It means you're just canceling the 2 with the 2. It means there we have minus 5, like that, okay. Then plus 5, okay, multiplied by 5 over 2. So what do we have? We have 6 there over, this is 2, minus 1, then plus, here what are we going to have? We have 25 over 2, okay? So this expression here, we can write it in this form. It will have it will have positive 6 there on top, then divided by minus 2 plus 25 over 2, okay? So you can see that there we have 6 divided by, then here we find the common denominator will just be 2, okay, over 1. 1 into that, 2 times that, we have a minus 4, then plus 2 into that, we have a 2, and then we have a 25 there, okay? So it means 6 divided by, what are we going to have on top? We're going to have a 21, then over 2 there, okay? So it will be 6 there multiplied by 2 over 21, okay? So 6 multiplied by 21 is just going to give us 12 over 21, okay? So this is our final answer there. So the star equation, yeah, but you can see that how we are applying the principles, okay? We are just trying to express the equation in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha times beta, okay? Then afterwards, we substitute with their values for us to find the final answer. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, so I won't solve this one. You can solve this one as your homework, okay? You can also solve that one as your homework, okay? So I'll end here, and let's see if we have any other question. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so it means in the next session, we're going to do on the same topic, but now we'll look at how to find a new equation from the given roots, okay? For example, like this question 5 here. They're saying if the roots of this equation, okay, are alpha and beta, write down an equation whose roots are this and that, okay? So next time when I come, okay, I think I can even solve it right now, so that next time we move to another topic. Okay, so let's solve question 7 as our last question here. Okay, so here on question 7, we are finding a new equation from the given roots. Okay, we're finding a new equation from the given roots. Okay, so what do we have there? We have these as our roots, even that as our roots. Okay, and then this is our equation. It has alpha and beta as our roots. Okay, so I'm going to write that equation. So x squared minus 4 x plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, this is my equation, and it has roots alpha plus beta. Okay, then they're saying find a new equation that has these roots. Okay, that has these roots, which are alpha plus 3. Okay, and the other root is just beta plus 3. Okay, so what equation will have these roots? Okay, if this equation here has the roots alpha and beta, what equation will have these roots? Okay, so the first thing there is just to get your A, your B, and your C from the given equation. Okay, so your A there is just 1. Your B is what? Just minus 4. Then your C there will just be 2. Okay, then from those, we know that we can find our alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta, we said it's minus B over A. Okay, so minus 4 there divided by 1 will just give you what? Just give you 4. Okay, and then alpha multiplied by beta, we said it's C over A. Okay, so you have 2 there over 1, which will just give you 2. Okay, so these are our alpha plus beta and alpha times beta. Okay, that they want us to find an equation now that has these roots. Okay, so what do? You add this, okay, and then again you multiply them. Okay, because this is the first root and that is the second root. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to say sum of roots. Okay, those new roots that we've been given. Okay, we're going to say sum. Okay, sum of roots is equals to, okay, we have what do we have there? Okay, we have alpha plus 3 plus C beta plus 3. Okay, so when we add here, what do we get, guys? We get alpha plus beta plus what? Plus 9, eh? Oh, I mean plus 6. 3 plus 3, it's 9. Okay, so it means this here is our what? Is our?
So won't it be 6?
Oh, in my mind I had 9, but I said 6. Okay, so 3 plus 3 to be 6. Okay, and then we also find the product. Okay, so product of the roots, we're just going to multiply these two. Okay, so I have x plus 3 multiplied by b plus 3. Okay, so when you multiply there, what are you going to get? Alpha multiplied by beta, just be alpha beta. Alpha multiplied by 3 to just be 3 alpha. Okay, beta multiplied by 3 to just be 3 beta. And then 3 multiplied by 3 to just be 9. Okay, so meaning here, what do we have? We have alpha times beta. Okay, then here I have 3 alpha plus 3 beta. Meaning, what do I have there? I have 3 alpha plus beta there. Okay, you can see that I've factorized the 3, right? So that I just have alpha plus beta. Then that side I have 9. Okay, so you can see that I have expressed these new roots, okay, in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha times beta. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and then I'm going to input my values. Okay, so remember alpha plus beta, we just found it was 4. Okay, and then alpha times beta, we found it was 2. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say equals to, what is my alpha plus beta? My alpha plus beta is just 4. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 plus 6, which will just be equals to what? 10. Okay, so 10 is equals to the sum of the roots. Okay, and then the product of the roots, what am I going to do? Alpha times beta is what? Okay, alpha times beta is what? Is just 2. So alpha times beta, I'm going to put 2 plus 3. Alpha plus beta, I'm going to put 4 plus 9. Okay, so 2 plus 4 plus 9. Okay, so what am I going to get there as my product? Okay, so my product will be 2 plus 12, it will be 14. 14 plus 9, it will be what? Okay, it will be 23. Okay, so you have your 23 as your product. Okay, so after getting your products and after getting your sum, okay, the new equation is always in this form. Okay, let me go back to my roots. Okay, finding a new quadratic equation from 2 given roots. Okay, so the new equation is always in this form, guys. Okay, this form here, where we say x squared minus sum of the roots x, okay, plus the product of the roots. This is always how the new equation is supposed to be shown. Okay, so meaning here, where is it? Okay, here I showed it in weights. Okay, you can see that the new equation is equals to x squared minus root of sum of root x plus product of roots as our constant there. Okay, so it means new equation will be x squared minus, okay, sum of roots, okay, sum of roots, then you are going to say x plus the product of roots, okay, product of roots there, okay, is equals to 0. This is the new equation. Okay, so x squared minus, what is our sum? You go back and check. Okay, our sum is just 10. Okay, so minus 10 x plus, okay, what is our product? Our product is just this number here, 23. Okay, so 23. Okay, so here this is our new equation. Okay, so you can see that from the given roots, we're able to find the new equation there. Okay, so simple and straightforward. So any question there about how we are coming up with this new equation? Okay, no question. Okay, so these are the notes. I'll upload them. You can pass through them, but I hope my explanation, you've heard it. Okay, sum of roots, product of roots there for the new equation. Okay, so here I put example questions. You can try them out, okay, and you can send me the solutions if you try them out so that I correct you. I have sample questions here I have a lot of questions here. Okay, you can try them out at your own time. Okay, all these are questions. Okay, you can send me the solutions or you can check on Drive. Okay, in the math folder there is a folder written tutorial sheets. Okay, so those tutorial sheets, they are topics according, they are arranged according to topics. You have questions and you have solutions. Okay, so you can simply pick one tutorial sheet. Okay, on these things. Okay, then you see the question, you try to solve it, and then you compare it to the answer. Or you can send it to me. Okay, once you solve, send it to me. Don't just send me a question. Don't just send me a question. Okay, send me a question after you try it out. Okay, then I'll be able to guide. Okay, so that's it. Have a blessed night, guys.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed night.